On this episode of The AutoArchaeologist, I'm in the junkyard talking to the judge. Or I should say talking about the judge, because it's in pretty bad shape. And so is that one and a lot of other stuff. Alright, now we're walking the side by the farm. Monza Spider, Mustang, 1965. Oldsmobile 442. This used to be sitting on top of their car. I'll show the old pictures at the end. Yeah, I think I have an old video of it. But it was rescued a long time ago from being crushed. Interior's mostly there, if a little rough. A few spare doors for stuff. Ooh. Wow, that had a tree fall on it or something. But there you go. 1965 442. And in this era, I think it still stood for 4-barrel, 4-speed dual exhaust. Unfortunately, I don't have the time or energy to lift off the seats to see if that is legitimate. But I can at least tell from the interior, it did have a 4-speed from the hump. And then there's a Trans Am Firebird and a Z28 Camaro. And another Pontiac Firebird Trans Am. Ooh, it even has the flaming chicken and shaker hood. No T-tops though. And then we have Camaro. Another Camaro. I think this was an RS 69. Yep. You can see by the grille it's a RS because it has the hideaway headlights. And this here was a inline 6 250 67 Camaro. I just sold a twin of this silver 69 RS by my friend out in Wisconsin. But that one, look at the little mini wheels on it. But Le Mans Sport. And really, this is what started just about everything here. 1969 GTO Judge sitting on top of another 1969 GTO. This 1969 GTO Judge was the very first car that I did on this channel. If you go back to the very beginning, the very first videos I ever shot were from this yard. And I actually did a whole part to camera on my ancient GoPro, which was a piece of garbage compared to this one. Didn't even have a screen, so I wasn't in frame. So I had to throw out the entire first half of the video because nothing worked right. So I was always sad that I never got to, in that video, document this thing fully. But it is a real 1969 GTO Judge. Orbit Orange, I think they called this one. But it had a hard hit in the nose, which pushed it back pretty good. And that's sitting on top of another 1969 GTO. This one is not a Judge, it is just a red car. And we know that the 1969 GTO Judge was in response to the Plymouth Roadrunner becoming so successful that they threw together a sticker package and they named it after, was it Rowan's Laughins' Here Comes the Judge. And the rest is history. But this one definitely has had a very hard life, but I know the owner said that this was on its way to the junkyard and he rescued it. Well, same thing with most of these. So it's great that it still exists. It could be restored. Let's see if I can get it. You can see there's no door, so you can see inside pretty easily. The steering column's there, but not much else. Headliner maybe, rear view mirror. But still, it's a real Judge. So That is cool.
But and then with all that going on, he had a couple of the neighborhood. I had a cousin that worked here, had another guy, and,
I got you.
and it's a small rural church-oriented community. All the Catholics are that side of the field, all the Lutherans are this side. And so, he grew up with all doing that. Down here at the yard, the muscle cars were really in the way, and probably into the 80s before we took the farm over. And we ended up...
so you were still farming at that point?
Yeah, so they were still farming, and the cars were back in the woods or up. The property was a swale to the west.
Okay.
And that's the biggest problem with location on most salvage yards is they put them in the shittiest property around because that's the cheapest.
That's why they always put them, like in my area, they put salvage yards next to railroad tracks because you couldn't put gas stations or anything near railroad tracks for the threat of explosion. So they'd always put junkyards and scrap yards right along the tracks.
Yeah, which would facilitate them with a spur so they could haul shit out.
That too.
So we're basically up to the point where all the race cars was derelict.
Yeah.
And I was missing for a little bit, so Bill, one yard guy, at that point we had acquired our first Pettibone, which is a logging industry conversion. They run them in the woods up in the north, way up north. They're built. And so my dad bought one of them, had it rebuilt, and they have what they call an extender reach, where the whole cage you pick something up, you can extend it out. And
that's cool.
By doing that, we had a wall around here when I was in college. It started at the old pines over there where the old 30s cars are. Went the whole wrap all the way around, followed that ditch the way around the property.
Hey everyone, I hope you enjoyed that video from the yard out in Michigan, and how incredible is it that there's those two GTOs, one a Judge, in a junkyard in the modern era. I understand what the owner's doing. He saved them from going to the crusher, but still, I mean, you walk and there's and I got it wrong in the video, but it's a carousel red 69 GTO Judge and a 65 Oldsmobile 442. Not 442, 442. I got yelled at a lot in previous videos about that. But I wish I had more time. I was there when they opened, and I was there after they closed. They let me stay longer, but you'll see in later videos, the sun was setting. As you see in some of the drone footage, the sun was setting as I was still there. So I just ran out of time, and then I had to go to another yard the next day and then home. But yeah, it's been a heck of a few weeks also. Got a haircut, obviously, but if you can see behind me, I'll show you a picture during this. My entire one wall of my garage I've completely changed. Yeah, the workbench has been moved down. My toolbox, which is usually actually here, I moved here because we're having work done on the garage. Because I rent this garage and the owner is finally going to fix the rotted out floors, which makes me very happy because now the water won't come in as much. Not completely because we're still below grade and the water runs in here, but it is what it is. I'm just happy they're fixing the one piece. I'm legitimately right now packing up. My car is ready. I'm filming this. I'm heading to Wisconsin. I'm gonna go visit my friend Todd. He's the guy with all those Camaros in his backyard and the Chevelles, which some of them are for sale. I've posted that information in the past in old videos. Go check them out. It's about a year or so, actually maybe 2 years ago now. But I know I did a follow-up when I did the drone footage of it. But after a week from tomorrow, I leave for Hot Rod Power Tour 2024. I've got 90% of the stops all finished. I'm going to finish it up this week, and I will have a link to my website below where you can find out where we're going and what we're doing. Got some cool stuff planned at like Bob Jennings Wing Cars outside of Louisville, Kentucky. We got a stop at Cars of Yesteryear in, I think, also Kentucky. We're going to this cool hot rod like event space outside of Bowling Green, Kentucky on the Sunday. Holly has a party going on. So it's going to be a nice, easy, eventful. I mean, the drive isn't that hard. There's not any mountains or anything. But we got a lot of cool stuff planned. So I hope to see you all there. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Otherwise, I'll talk to you all next week. Stay safe.